Alright, welcome back, Pokemon Go players, to another episode of the Purified podcast! Today is January 7th of 2023. I am your host, Luis Palacios, with my co-host, Chris!
Hey, it's your boy, Pokemon Trigger, please. And we're back at it again with more Pokemon Go news. And yeah, very excited to be here again this week with the boy, Pure Lighter. How you doing, man?
I'm doing alright, a little tired right now just because we just got off of playing Community Day. Well, not just off, but I mean, when you walk a lot for the Community Day, I'm very tired.
I don't blame you.
Oh, Lord. I still need to get like a good shower or something just to like get off the stress. Although it wasn't that hot today. Actually, it was cold in the morning. Like, what the heck is going on with it today? Just decided to like randomly be like, hey, we want to have winter for like half a day or something. And then by the time I got out, I was like, oh, I got get my jacket out or something. I don't know. Anyways, we're here once again to talk about Pokemon Go news, updates, and ranting about the game because we love the game just as much as you do. Make sure to check us out at the Professor Network, Purified Podcast. Wonderful people to work with every single time, every single day. They keep on making great content, and it's good to have with everybody of them there. So, welcome, Manny and Cutie. We like Fortnite. What the hell are you talking about, dude? It's like, this is not a Fortnite podcast.
That's what I keep saying in my mind, but I'm like, I don't want to say it out loud.
Oh, God. Welcome, everybody, in the live stream. I know that it's been a couple of days, actually. Now, we are, like, already a week into the brand new year. It's happy New Year, everybody, you know? It's like, finally, we're here, 2023. It's here. I guess there hasn't been that much difference from last year. What's
Not yet.
Not yet. But we have had some interesting events happening. We went over, of course, the New Year's event, which ended a couple of days after that we last released the podcast anyways. We also had Chespin Community Day just recently, just as I mentioned before. We ain't dead yet. Now we aren't there yet. We're still here. New Year, same me. New Year, same BS. Anyways. But yeah, so we're here once again. And yeah, we're just about to get ready to hyped up this year because it's getting intense. It's getting intense. Like the news, it's getting powerful this month for some reason. And surprisingly enough, they usually don't release that much content in January. But it's just been off the bat. Just go ahead and get going on on it, you know? But yeah, so Chris, I mean, how you been? How's your week been? Over a week, I guess. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Honestly, not as much Pokemon Go as I'd like to play, obviously. But, you know, we've been grinding. I got to do a little traveling the past couple of days on my days off. I traveled up to Illinois, drove all the way up from Florida.
Ooh.
And I only remembered to play Pokemon Go after I got to Illinois. I didn't think to play at any of the times we stopped in between that. So I didn't get that much variety driving up, sadly. But I did catch a good amount.
Yeah, I mean, you got some things, right? I mean, did you?
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, I think you were too far off from getting the Buffalont. Still, so
yeah, I don't think I had any chances at that, but I definitely didn't see anything new on the nearby. I'll say that much.
Not until today, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I guess it's interesting whenever you go out. You also saw the very redder's weather for us, at least, right?
Yeah. First time seeing snow in real life and in the game. I've seen snow on the ground, but this was the first time seeing it actually fall.
Oh Lord! Did you drive on it?
Cool.
Did you drive through the snow?
Julie did. She had experience with it. I did not, so I was like, please drive, please.
Hey, you gotta. Anyways, you gotta get that experience eventually, you know. So it's not too bad, I guess.
Maybe.
Nah, you'll get to it. I mean, if how things are going with you and how in the end of the day, I feel like you're actually gonna move over there. So
no, we'll see.
We'll see. But anyways, yeah, I guess that's our recap of the new year so far. For myself, I've just been working endlessly, but we'll see how it goes. We have another holiday weekend coming up for work and everything. How was the community? Well, we're about to talk about that. So we're about to recap what we got for the last week. It's been a little over a week, but that doesn't really matter at this point because it's a brand new year. So yeah, we're starting fresh somehow. I mean, we deleted our accounts and started new ones, but that's how it is.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, new year, new account.
Oh God! Imagine if once per year you actually like, you know what? I'm gonna play from day 0 again, just because I want to. I'm like, God,
Cry.
I cried too many times. But yeah, so let's recap. Shiny Sandos PvP months. What you got, brother?
Yeah. So I think I only got one shiny, but it was one that I'd be pretty excited about. Not Pure Lighter. I actually hatched a shiny Shinx.
Nice. I mean,
I was very excited to see that come out of the egg, because not too often you see a shiny hatch.
is it in 2kx or 5kx? I can't remember.
That was in a 5K.
Oh yeah. The downgrade.
For PvP, I got a pretty nice Shadow Anorith. I was very excited for that. Saw a nice Hoot for PvP. I don't think it's higher rank than in my other ones, but it's got a hat, so it's got that style.
Nice.
I had a nice Great League chest pin, but it's not like that good. It's like 150 rank. I mean, bear with me. I didn't get to play more than like 30 minutes of the community day.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I was at work, but
And it was weather boosted.
I wasn't that worried about it. Yeah, I was not worried about this thing.
Yeah.
I evolved my 98 just in case for some reason it turns out to be God tier in Master League. I don't think it will. But that was pretty much it for me. So how many hundos do you get this week?
We'll see. Let's check out the hundos first. One actually, just the chestnut for community today. So
Really?
yeah, I've been kind of in the low tier kind of thing. Once the last event, which we'll recap, the New Year's event and everything, I kind of was just like, okay, if I don't get anything by the end of the event, I'll just go ahead and just spend stops to restock for community today. So I was actually playing in low tier kind of way and all that, just to make sure that I had enough Pokeballs and everything, which I did. So it's pretty nice.
Eggs were awesome for this event, yeah.
Yeah. But Chestnut, which actually was the last of the hundos for the Gen 6, I believe, that I needed, the starters. So that's pretty good. I wish I could have gotten more, but I was like, you know what? One is enough for now. I don't think... I'll believe for the other two eventually, whenever they come around. So it's not too bad. As for shinies, well, I did play Community Day, just like any other Community Day. That's why I'm tired as... And here we go. We got... Actually, let's do H0 because it's a lot of shinies. Total amount of 23 shinies, including a shiny Reshiram from a raid. In-person raid, actually, so that's actually pretty cool. I was happy about that. And yeah, it's pretty good. I actually do like the evolution line as a shiny. I do like Quedalo just a little bit more just because of the yellow spikes. But overall, I feel like this Pokemon could have been released in the fall, and nobody would actually bat an eye at this point. As for any other shinies before that, or before then, or after that, there was, I think, 2 that I was happy about. The shiny Pikachu for the winter event. So that was pretty cool. I'm actually kind of happy about that. I really do like the custom shiny, at least for that one. I wasn't really hunting for it, but when I clicked it as shiny, I was like, okay, give me an Eevee, that would have been fine, but didn't get the Eevee. And I actually, my very first shiny of 2023, and I have it on the first day of the year, was a shiny Bennett in the wild. I was doing my daily instance, and I was like, okay, let me just click on a couple more things in here, and that was shiny. I was like, dude, this is a great way to start the year, man. This is a great way.
It was so weird too, because right after I saw you post yours, I saw somebody else got a shiny Bennett.
I don't know if they're boosted.
And I was like, what the heck? Yeah, I was like, I've never seen Bennett spawns.
Yeah, usually I do my daily business instance in the nighttime anyways, but I was actually a pretty nice surprise to start off the year, and kind of wanted to get a first day shiny year, kind of thing. Of course, I would have settled with a Galarian Bird too, but that would have been. But unfortunately, not one of the other ones would have been great either way. So I got them. The Shando chest not meant to be. That's pretty cool. Antero, you kill me. You kill me. But yeah, so that's the whole. But let's recap entirely how the last week of gameplay has been. Definitely, first and foremost, of course, we just come off the winter event. We went right into the New Year's event right after that. Literally, when we were partying out here in my house, you know.
Yeah.
And Hoot Hoot Pikachu, and everybody was partying out. Everybody was wearing their costumes, their hats, their everything. Warple spawning in the wild for the first time. I didn't get nothing.
Miss the slow bros.
I know, right? Oh yeah, that's true. That's forget about the slow bros are also part of the New Year celebration, but never again probably. But yeah, so it was okay. The grind was pretty okay just because of how many of the new shinies we were looking for. It is what it is when it comes down to it. Just to celebrate a little bit of the year. I wasn't really keen on the 7KX either because I was asked the baby Pokemons, and I believe I have every shiny baby Pokemon except for like it at this point, so I wasn't really planning to go for it. Did you do anything during that time or anything, or?
I like them. Obviously, I've been hunting Pichu since like day one. Still don't have any of the Pichu line. Well, okay, I have Pikachu and Raichu, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's people flexing, you know, every single Pichu with a hat, and I haven't even hatched one. But I have like half the babies, so I don't know if that's what kept me from doing it. But I didn't really go out of my way to hatch any 7-kilometer eggs.
Yeah, I was also in just trying to keep it down low until then. Actually, if I think about it, last week was probably not even last week, but probably a couple of days ago was the first time I actually spent more money in the game, aside from probably like maybe $1 for a remote pass here and there, or $5 here and there. But I bought incubators, you know, I got them all going. I completely forgot that the bonus for community day was, you know, 1/4 of incubator. But when I placed that incubator, I was like, oh, okay, cool.
It was nice.
It was nice, yes, especially the Stardust grind and all that. But yeah, so that was the New Year's event. I guess I'll give it, for the very first rating of the year, I want to say a 7.5 out of 10. It wasn't too bad.
Okay.
Wasn't too great. It was a lot of hunting, but I didn't want to really spend it on the things that I really didn't want. So, how about you?
Yeah, I think a lot of it was purely cosmetic, more than, you know, useful to the average player. I don't know. Not too much going on with the New Year's event.
Yeah.
So I do think 7 to 7.5 is pretty fair.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty fair. It had, you know, everything for everybody, but it was just more like you get the shiny, you didn't get the shiny, huh? That kind of deal.
Yeah, it was fun. I'll definitely say that much. It's always nice to, you know, have a little something to celebrate on the side. But yeah, I don't think it's anything that would have helped other than Stardust per se.
Right. We got Kite Girl here saying that she got 3 weather boosted Hondo Reshiram's. Oh god. My god. I learned. And then he also got a Hondo Pichu with a hat. Okay, flexing on us. You know, getting all the Hondos. He's taking my job, you know. She's taking my job, you know.
Yeah, you're supposed to get the Hondos.
I know, right? I've been doing, actually, Reshiram is not bad when it comes down to it. I do want the Hondo Reshiram eventually. I just haven't really like put on the effort to look for as many raids as I usually do. Just because I am trying to save as much as possible, both for Gotor, Gohoen, and definitely Tapu Koko, which is coming back pretty soon. So
yeah,
so that one's definitely
good time to put in money.
Yeah, but yeah, it regardless of how it is, it was an okay event, and you know we'll go ahead and move on to the next one. We actually had vanilla spawns until Community Day, and we're still having vanilla spawns because another event that we're going to be talking about pretty soon. Will be on the horizon, but we'll have vanilla spawns until Tuesday, and we'll just keep going for the seasonal of Mythical Wishes spawns for a while. And then Community Day, which came and went. The first Community Day, Chespin, pretty cool. Just we already started shiny, but there was a surprise that a lot of people were not expecting, and now we were like, "Is this it?" You know. However, okay, so let's rewind a little bit how the day went, or at least the last 24 hours. How it really went for a lot of the people. So Community Day started in parts of the world. And just like any other parts of the world, you know, Community Day starts and it's normal. You know, just catch the Pokemons, do the thing, you know, Community Day and everything. But deep into the minds of the data of the game, Pokemon started tweeting out, of course, our interesting facts about Kecleon's information being altered more than anything, and some surprises here and there. So, expected as it was, I went to sleep. And then wake up to the realization that Kecleon is released in Pokemon Go. Yay! It's like, welcome 5 years into the making, because literally the last thing that we needed for the Hoenn badge to finally finalize the Hoenn Pokedex. It's finally here. Oh my goodness. Especially the Platinum Medal. But yeah, so Kecleon gets released into Pokemon Go. I actually got some screenshots. Let me see if I can find them real quick. It's kind of interesting how it goes. So, now that's the restroom. Let's go to here. So the very first screenshot is actually, I don't know why it did that. It's going to be here. Hello, hi, how you doing? Hey, how you doing, y'all? I don't know.
Difficulties.
I don't care. It's a brand new year. We can do this. Anyways, so Kecleon starts appearing in Pokestops just like this. It starts like hanging around the Pokestop for a while. I'm not sure how long, but you see it there. Now, you can actually see it from a distance, and I believe this is a glitch because of what they actually said in one of their blog posts, or not really a blog post, but more like a knows issues page and all that they have for this specific Pokemon right now. So what's happening is that you can see the Kecleon on the Pokestop from far away. However, that's not intended to be. You actually have to be on the range of the Pokestop to really see it and interact it. So just like a lot of people are saying, make sure you take advantage of this, because we don't know, they're actually trying to fix this by the next game's updates release or something, you know? And I don't know why you keep doing that. Hold on, let me see if I can return here. Hey, I'm back. Cool. So again, Kecleon gets released. Everybody freaks out, starts looking for it. And you may think that this release was like, every Pokestop will have a Kecleon. You can't really do anything about it. That's not the case. Kecleon is probably one of the rarest Pokemon to find as of right now, just because, well, not the rarest, but it's still rare enough as it is that you can't really see it in every Pokestop. Mm-hmm. But it's there, it's out there, and it's actually confirmed to continue on after Community Days has ended after 10 p.m. local time. So we know that at least Kecleon has been finally released. What happens is when you actually interact with the Pokestop, you cannot spin it because it gives you a message, just like you saw, that says there's something preventing you from spinning the Pokestop. So with that being said, you have to click on the Kecleon a couple of times. So basically you have to like poke it to get out of it. It's like, hey, get out of it, get out of it, get out of it. And for some reason, an Aerodactyl just spawned in my house. It's just like, what the hell? Anyways, I'll click on it in just a moment to see if it's shiny or not. Anyways, and then the Kecleon jumps out of the Pokestop, and then you think it's like, okay, where'd it go? Just go out of the Pokestop range, and then you'll see it in an overroll. Click on it, you catch it, and Kecleon is finally out in Pokemon Go for the very first time. Now, this was something that we were expecting to either be released before or by the time Go Tour happens, because just like they advertise, we have to complete our Hoenn Pokédex in some way, shape, or form. However, the cool thing about this now that it's being released is, one, either we can grind for it as much as we could actually do, and the shiny will be released pretty soon just because it's really, really around the corner. We know the shiny will get released during Go Tour, regardless of how they do it. It could be a research, it could be the same mechanic. We don't know, but we'll see it, at least the shiny form, which doesn't change too much, just the little belly. So it's not too much of a difference of a shiny color. But hey, Kecleon is here, and I was able to catch one because we and my friends, or at least the people who were actually doing community, they were like, we're going through the whole downtown area until we find one.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody calls it out and we're like, okay, where is this? Like, we look at the picture, we pinpoint the gym and everything, and we're like, that. Anyway, and we find it. So that's actually pretty cool. So I complete the Hoenn Metal Pokédex for the first time. Crappy IVs. And here's the fun part. The Kecleon that you actually see spawning, it's not going to have the same IVs as the other ones for other players. So if you find
it's random for everyone?
It's random for everybody. So if you find the Hondo, it's not going to be Hondo for everybody else. Or something
interesting.
Similar. So It's actually pretty cool. It's close to how the Ditto encounter is, but they took them this long to release it anyways. All
Yeah,
right.
is it bad? I was more excited for Gimmighoul.
Well, spoke of
I
the new
mean, Gimmighoul
generation.
was new, so I don't know if it's a fair comparison.
I mean, Kecleon has been a meme in the community forever, anyways. We're all wondering
And
how.
we didn't even get to catch Gimmighoul, now that I think about it.
Yeah, no, right? We just walk around and we don't even see golden stops anymore. So that's the interesting part about it too. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Well, however the case may be, Kecleon is here for the first time and hopefully here to stay. I think this is gonna be like one of those things that you do. Now, there are a couple of things that we have been able to uncover thanks to everybody in the world now, or at this point. So, if you go to the Pokestop and you use let's say a Pokego Plus or a Pokeball Plus, and you auto spin or spin the Pokestop with it, it actually releases the Kecleon from that stop.
Oh no.
So it's for grinders, depending on how you look at it. You can't really use the Go Plus if you really want to hunt for it, but you have to
I
specifically
think I
hunt for
found
it.
my problem.
Yeah, probably. There's also the chances we still don't know how long a Kecleon will actually stay on the Pokestop itself. We're thinking that it's a 30-minute marker, but we're not entirely sure because we haven't actually, really tested it out. It's only been out for less than 24 hours at this point, so it's just a matter of seeing, believing how things are going. Of course, if you're a grinder and you really don't care about Kecleon, things about it. And I know everybody's already probably streaming to me. It's like, click on the damn Aerodactyl. Yes, I will click on it. It's not shiny. So
I mean, at the end of the day, we're gonna get a Kecleon during the Hoenn tour, so maybe I'm not super concerned about getting it right away.
Right, because
I know there's some people that want to fill it right away though.
Well, I did. So
Yeah,
I'm okay with it. We were lucky enough that it was not too far of a walk. I mean, we went from probably the park
It's a
to
good time
downtown.
too,
So
yeah.
it's exciting, because you never really get to experience excitement of a new Pokemon without really hunting for it. Because
That's
most
true.
of the time I'd release a Pokemon and they just like, oh, here you go in the wild here or in the race and here and, eggs in here and all that stuff. So it happens pretty quickly. And the excitement of brand new Pokemons really just dies down within the day. So it's kind of cool that this actually came out. And it's still as rare as when it was before it came out. So just a fair warning to everybody, of course. Just it's a niche, cool Pokemon, but it doesn't have any meta relevance. So it's just a trophy at this point. It's good to catch it if you want to have it on the first stamp of the day for his release date, but that's about it. I probably won't really spend the time to look for another one until after the Go Tour happens, so that way I can at least find more chances of a shiny or hearing things like that at the end of the day.
Yeah, because from what I've seen from deep dives, it's not good for PvP. There's just better normal types.
Oh yeah, definitely better ones than anything. Whew. Drowsy finally got to me. Oh Jesus. But anyways, that was Kecleon's first ever release in Pokemon Go, so that's interesting enough to say the least. But yeah, I guess we should talk about the future of what's to come in the next few days. It's research topics of the day, Chris. Let's go ahead and go for it. So the very first thing we're just gonna cover first, and then Chris, you can cover the next one. It's just a thank you from Pokemon Go Niantic, recapping the amazing 2022 events we had. And quote from them, what an amazing year it's been. Take a look back of all the excitement, in-person adventure trainers went into one other as we say goodbye to an unforgettable 2022. We actually had quite a bit of events if I think about it. Started from the Mexico Safari Zone in the beginning of the year. Spain Safari Zone, Go Fest around the world, Seattle, Japan. Just all in all, even the Ultra Beast incursion was actually part of the whole thing. The Pokemon Go World Championships happened last year. Dude, 2022 had some really good time, It's really good time. So I'm really glad to be having a part, or at least on some of the events, seeing the action online and things like that, crowning our very first champions, the releases of Pokemons here and there. I think that 2022 really knocked it out of the park, event wise. Maybe not money wise, but but regardless how it is, we thank all the trainees for making an experience that we always love Pokemon Go about more of community more than anything else. So. But yeah, that's the small little recap. Actually, if you guys want to see it, it is on the Pokemon Go Live right now. They have a neat little cool little video showing like everything that happened throughout the year. Again,
And what's to come?
What was your favorite event that you either saw or were able to attend in the end of the day?
Shoot. Oh my gosh, that is tough. I mean, Pokemon Go Fest is always fun. Especially since we're able to do that from anywhere.
Yeah.
Yes, it's more fun when it's in person,
Mm-hmm.
but dude, it is pretty great to be able to participate in it wherever. But yeah, I still think the Halloween event is always my favorite. But out of all the Pokemon Go tour stuff, yeah, Pokemon Go Fest for sure.
Yeah, Go Fest definitely. Knowing how every year is gonna at least have a Go Fest to celebrate the years and everything. Which
Oh yeah.
The year goes by pretty quickly, so we'll know if Go Fest will be around the corner while we know it and everything. So it's kind of interesting. But yeah, Go Fest and all the Safari zones. I wish I could really go to a Safari zone, but I guess this
It's
goes
just so much.
Yeah,
So much to shove in.
I mean, Niantic sponsor us. How about that? Anyway.
Yeah.
But so I'm getting glad that I'm always able to do the things that we do, here in the podcast and the community itself. It's just great to talk to everybody. I was able to meet a bunch of people, either in Seattle or any other else. I made some incredible friends, trust me to say. It's been an incredible time for sure. So here's to 2023 and see how more of a broken game we're going to have. So yeah, thank you, 2022. And then Chris, how about you let us know what's going on this year?
All right. So the January 2023 Community Day Classic was announced, and it is going to be Larvitar. I'm kind of laughing at this one because I remember basically forcing Julie and one of my friends to play the Community Day because I said Larvitar and Tyranitar are going to be the biggest rock types. You're going to want them. And they still are very prevalent. So like I went crazy. I was pineapple and everything. I remember I think I had the most locally for evolved Tyranitars with the Smackdown move.
Yeah.
Even though like in a lot of instances you wanted the crunch.
Yeah.
I was just going ham, man. So it's pretty funny to see that they're bringing it back. So everyone that wasn't able to get it and had to settle for Rhyperior, has Mega Aerodactyls and everything. If you want to get a very nice rock type, here you go. Saturday, January 21st, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. local time. You'll be able to get the rock skin Pokemon Larvitar. I did not know that's the Pokemon it was.
Right.
Obviously, you know how it works. You're more likely to find a shiny one. If you have not gotten a shiny Larvitar yet, this is your time.
Well, surprisingly, if you think about it,
yeah.
and the years since his shiny release and of course his Community Day move, we really haven't had a chance to come back to Larvitar in recent times. Yeah, it spawns in the wild, spawns in eggs,
Just
and all
in
stuff.
raids, pretty much.
Raids too, it's in 12k eggs, unfortunately, so it's really hard to really pinpoint a shiny when it comes down to it. They took away the task from the 3 excellent throws in a row for Larvitar into Gible, so which was overdue because for a lot of people it was, but at the same time for other people never really have the chance to grind it out. So this is a great event regardless of it.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about anyone that didn't get the chance to do the first Community Day. These classics are definitely for those people. It's not for the people that haven't had it, I don't think. Unless you just need a million of them. But the featured attack is, of course, going to be Smackdown as the fast attack. And you get that from evolving Pupitar into Tyranitar, and we'll be able to do that all the way from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. local time. So, don't worry too much about evolving them right away unless you have a hundo, a shundo, something you need for PvP. You might want to get out of the way just in case.
Yeah, a shadow one too.
Just so you don't have to worry about it later.
Well, Shadow Tyranitar is also a thing, or at least Shadow Laboratory is also a thing. So
yeah, that wasn't around the first time.
Yeah, and we only had every other chances to actually be able to get his Community Day move anyways. So this is a great way to really grind it out and have one. Hey. But yeah, so to continue on, of course, we do have a special research story for $1 equivalent, of course, to Laboratory Community Day Classic. Special encounters, just like anything like that. No cute name, just a regular it is. The bonuses for the event: 3 times cash experience, so that's actually pretty cool. We're like a 6 times. Lure modules, incense will be lasting for 3 hours, and then snapshot for surprises, and surprises laboratory like always. But there's nothing much aside from the classic itself. There's no extra bonuses, there's no extra raids, there's no extra anything else. So
no
you play
Kecleon.
No Kecleon. Could be Kecleon. It's just a matter of finding it. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. And to say the least, Larvitar has been a potent Pokemon in everything really, except for really PvP. But it really has a different kind of niche, more in raids and gyms and all that.
It's definitely very prevalent for raids. I will say that.
Yeah, definitely. It's something that you do want at least a good hundo of, if you can get one, or at least a really good shiny if you can actually get one too.
Don't forget, we will get the Mega in the future.
Yes.
We don't know when.
We don't know when. Yeah, no, that's definitely not. But how they're doing releases for a lot of the Megas now, I feel like it should be coming out pretty soon anyways. But we'll see. It's not too bad, not too shabby. And again, it's definitely not the best rock type attacker anymore, but it's still a good one to have regardless. Until Mega Charge.
What about after Mega?
Yeah, the Mega he makes the cut.
I know Aerodactyl should be the highest right now with Mega, but I'm curious how the bulk points work out after the Mega. But
I don't think it's right, Mega Aerodactyl just because of how squishy it is. I believe it's what's that rock Pokemon? The fossil one?
Rampardos,
yeah. Rampardos is number 1 right now in the list, I believe.
Okay.
For rates and everything, but
you still want that Mega damage though.
Yeah.
Or Mega bonus.
Yeah, so it's still pretty good. You do get both Dark and Rock Mega bonuses anyway, so it is how it is. Make sure you do evolve a Rock type during Community Day to do the extra large grind. Mega Aerodactyl is your...
Yeah, speaking of Mega Aerodactyl.
I know, right? It's really good to have at least max out one if you can get a max out one. And if you're level 31 and above, it's better to just get the extra large candies now than later. It's a good Pokemon. We can say all good things about Larvitar for that regard. And then let's go ahead and talk about the very first event of the year. We have Live with Your Own Whimsical? Is that how you say it? Whimsical Adventures in the Twinkling Fantasy event. Interesting. So, you can surround yourself in a circle of Fairy-type Dedenne, battle with a Dragon-type Mega Salamence, and more during the upcoming Twinkling Fantasy event. And what Fantasy Tales will create this trove of Dragon and Fairy-type Pokemon. So we're having an event that's actually revolved around both Fairy and Dragon-type Pokemon. That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, we take those.
Yeah, definitely. So what's happening on Tuesday, January 10 at 8 a.m. local time to Monday, January 16 at 10 p.m. local time. The very first thing that we're going to have is Mega Salamence swoops in like a disc into Pokemon Go for the very first time in Mega Raids. If you're lucky, you might be able to encounter a shiny one. Bro, Mega Salamence looks cool AF. Okay, so
it is really cool.
Yeah, and also probably one of the best dragon type attackers once the other Megas come around. But but still pretty cool, pretty amazing. It actually got banned in regular things back in the day, so. So the event bonuses will be 2 times experience for successfully catching Pokemon with a nice, great, and excellent throws. Same for increased extra large candies for doing the nice, great, and excellent throws, and additional candy for nice, great, and excellent throws. So make sure you get those fingers ready if you want to really get through them. You can also get a curve throw in it. How about that? The wild encounters for this, we are going to have a lot of fairy and dragon types. Clefairy, Clefable, Jigglypuff, Dratini, Togetic, Meryl, Rouse, Braibaga, which I can't even say the name of, Bagon, Dino, and the Dene. Only 2 of those Pokemon gotta be shiny, but one of them is Pokemon Go debut shiny, as the Dene will be released for the very first time as shiny, formally. And then if you're lucky, you might encounter the following: Gumi and Noibat. Noibat being the brand new shiny that everybody wants since it's been an X from the last event. Anyways.
I'm kind of surprised. I thought Dedenne was going to be a tour, a safari. I thought that was going to be a safari zone shiny. I'm kind of surprised.
Nah. Niantic throwing us with the curveballs every now and then. But yeah, so that's the wild event, the wild spawns of it. Then say cheese, smile, if you might encounter with a dragon or fairy type Pokemon when you take a snapshot during the event. So
please,
take a snapshot.
Please.
What?
Please, Noibat. Please.
We'll see how it goes. Collection Challenge. Event Team Collection Challenge is coming. Completed to receive 50 Salamence Mega Energy, a Charge TM, and a Fast TM. Not too bad. At least the Mega Energy gives us helps us boost it up for the Mega Rates. I'll be doing a bunch of them anyways.
Yeah, I think it's one people are going to be excited about.
Definitely. Field Research stacks will encounter Clefairy, Dratini, Bagon, and the Dene. If you're lucky, you might encounter Gumi. I will definitely be going for the Gumi. Just because it's one of my favorites. Even though it's not shiny yet. Anyways, a stack 1-star raids, Jigglypuff, Meryl, Axew, and Dino will be 1-star raids. We have 3 stars as Mawile, Dradagon, and the Dene come back. That's actually pretty interesting for the Dene to be in 3 stars. 5 stars, we're going to have Sakura coming back into raids. And then, of course, our Mega will be Salamence to the duration. Sakura will have its a special brand new move, Fusion Bolt, which basically is to complete the trio's exclusive move from the last 2 raids that we had, raid bosses that we had. And then, of course, it will be from January 10 to January 18. And, of course, Shinies available. So that's pretty cool. And that's pretty much it. How hype are you for this event, actually?
I'll be real. I shouldn't be this excited for Shiny Dedenne, but the fact that it's fairies and dragons, those are really uncommon types.
Yeah.
I mean, fairy is definitely a lot more likely to find, but yeah, I'm pretty hyped.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited about this just because of the way that they're handling it. I know that it's mostly for the Danish Shiny release and Mega Salamence, but combining both powerhouses of typings between the fairy and dragon types are really, really cool.
Quick, smart too, yeah.
And a quick tip for everybody: if you have, and please make sure you have a Mega Mega Altaria. Mega Altaria is a fairy dragon type, so if you really want to maximize the event as much as possible, do Mega Evolve 1 or have one ready as a Mega Level 3, just because all of these Pokemons can benefit from the Mega Energy and extra large candies. So, yes, it's a really good tip if you really have that Altaria ready to go. Do you have it ready, Chris? Chris?
They haven't put the energy into any quests yet.
Chris!
At least not that often. Let me put it that way. Let me double check.
Did you even evolve one?
No, I don't think I have the Mega yet.
Oh, okay. Well, it is what it is.
Yeah. Guess how much Mega Energy I have?
399.
25.
Oh, God.
I have 25 Mega Energy for Altaria.
Oh, Jesus. And you can't really walk it until you Mega Evolve it once at least. And it requires 400 Mega Energy.
It's a sad time.
Yeah, I think it requires 400 Mega Energy for this one.
300.
Yeah, I guess Mega...
So hopefully they got an event for that going on soon.
Nah, not with Mega Salamence anytime soon. Anyways, we'll see how it goes. It's still, pretty good event. Again, dragons are always prevalent. I mean, if you haven't had your taste of Dino or Bagon or even Dratini at this point, it's still pretty good anyways. But Noibat, the hunt is going to be definitely for Noibat and for this one. even if I want the Gumi the more.
Yeah, I remember when I saw that it was announced for this event, I was a bit disappointed that Noibat is only available in the wild, or I suppose from GBL
Yeah, actually,
and eggs.
I do. Actually, somebody mentioned. I think it was Ken from Lure Up podcast. He actually mentioned that most of the Pokemons here, like the Dene, the Dino, even or I'm sorry, the Gumi, the Noibat, and the Dino, were high rewards from like high level players in the Go Battle League, like
Oh
insanely.
yeah.
So it's kind of nice to see that it's coming as rarely available as it is for this kind of event. So it's really something that it should help out the players as much as possible. So please take advantage of this event if you can. Play as much as you can, and we'll see how it goes for the rest of the week. I guess we'll continue on when the week comes. So yeah, that's the Twinkling Fantasy event. Hopefully, there's actually more news about that eventually, or more cool
Yes, yes,
stuff.
yeah.
Anyways, let's get into some PvP. Get good, get wrecked. Here we go, Chris. So GBL Master League is on rotation right now. Classics should be pretty done after this rotation, I believe. So level 40s are going to go away. Level 50s is the grind. Make sure you grind out all your Pokemon if you can. I don't think I've done more than the ones that was required for one event.
Yeah, I don't think I have any more than like one level 50.
Yeah, it is what it is, anyways. And then factions. We're coming back to factions actually this weekend, or this week specifically. We're back from our break. We're about to do our battles pretty soon. Actually, mine it's actually sometime after this podcast ends.
Same.
So that's pretty, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's one of those things. I know that we have much to talk about when it comes down to it. I believe the best thing that we can talk about, of course, if you're in the Master League, Kyurem having Glaciate actually really prevails in the Master League these days.
Really?
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's actually like really high up. Let's go really to PV Poke if I
Yeah, I need to see this.
let's see. So gonna
Because I mean,
rankings.
like, there was a lot of talk when people thought it was gonna get Icy One.
Yeah. Yeah, so Kyurem has actually shot up all the way to number 7th in the Master League.
Holy cow!
Extras large, of course. Still doesn't beat out things like, I guess it beats out a lot of the competition. If you do the Kiwings, Groudon, Giratina, Origin Form, Mewtwo, Gyarados, and Garchomp. So it gives losses, of course, will be Zacian because, that damage still stacks up. Lugia, Dialga, Dragonite, and Excadrill. But has some pretty good coverage now that Glaciate is part of it. You can actually Elite TM it into it too. So if you actually had the Honda before and you need it,
I do.
so you can Elite ATM it. So that's pretty good if you need to. Of course, the extra large candy grind is always the grind. But I'm excited for that. I'm actually really excited that a Pokemon that didn't seem to have that much liability into the game before now actually shot up into closer to the top meta when it comes down to it.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, ice types on their own are just not super common in my opinion in the Master League.
Oh yeah.
Even though I've seen people use things like Glaceon and Walrein,
Yeah, it's just a matter
they're
of
just
how you
not
look
very
at it.
prevalent.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, it's an interesting one when you say the least. After that, I don't think there's been so much going on in the PvP scene. Although right now on Twitch, there are happening another regional event for Pokemon Go PvP. So people are casting and playing and seeing who's gonna be the regional champion at least for this type. I think it's San Diego. I believe I can't remember right now.
That's a big one.
Yeah, or San Diego or regionals. Let me check to make sure because I forgot. Somebody actually just tweeted out saying he's very excited to never to have to answer another interview question asking when Kecleon is coming out in Pokemon Go.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god, that's and he's on the champion in the Pokemon Go championships right now. So the regional championship. That is pretty cool. So let me see. I believe that Play Pokemon probably has the information. I don't know. San Diego. Yeah, San Diego Regional Championships are happening right now as we speak. And of course, that is also with Mr. Speedish Chiefs, which surprisingly he lost the bet.
I saw.
Shout out, Mr. Speedish Chief. Always a good man.
He's the
to
pre-evolution now.
I know, right? It's like he gotta come back to it. Anyways, but yeah, that's all the PvP that we can actually go about. I guess Pokemon Go finally tweeted out about Kecleon coming out into Pokemon Go. It actually just released some kind of like video for it. Let me just check it out. To get there.
They did? Oh my gosh, I was about to say, man, they put this Pokemon with all this hype behind it out without even saying anything.
Baby form, I know, right? Here we go. Yo, music is Skype. So that's where you've been hiding. Kecleon
On a bridge this whole time.
I know, right? Oh my god. Jesus. I had to see it again before I say it. Oh my god. I think that's all
very reminiscent.
I believe that they also like really meme it out at that point, you know? So they knew that Kecleon was actually like a meme in the community at this point. It was just it was just a matter of when or how, but you know how it is. But yeah, anyways, I think that's all that we can cover for today. A little shorter than usual podcast, but it is how it is. That's the bridge from Gen 3. Yeah, I know, right? Actually, that makes sense.
Yeah,
there you go. That makes sense.
Reminiscent.
Oh my god, all the damn lores that they're doing. I love you, Pokemon Go. Anyways, thank you so much for listening, everybody. We appreciate it. Chris, I don't think there's anything to say the least. Say music too? Really? I don't even remember. Anyways, anything else? Nothing else? All it is?
Nothing I can think of.
Yeah. All right. Well, again, thank you very much for listening, being here and Twitch to see us talk about Pokemon Go. You can check us out, podcast services feeds, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, many other places that you would love to hear us. Please leave us a review if you want to, of course. 5 stars is always the greatest. Our social media, the Purified podcast, of course, at Twitter, Pure.go, and Pokemon Trigger Please. That is PKN Trigger Please with a Z at the end. PurifiedPodcast@gmail.com if you want to send us anything, email, fan art, whatever the case you want to send us to. And you can also join our Discord. We're also there for any time of the day. Next question for Michael. When is Volcarona being released? Yeah. Now, please. Tomorrow. Chris, you kill me. Anyways, also join our Discord. And, of course, check us out at thepurifiedpodcast.com, the Professor Network. With that being said, Chris, and all the last in between, how about you take us away for the night?
All right. We've been waiting for a long time for Kecleon, and we finally got it. So it just shows you that every Pokemon will have its time to shine. There's plenty of them that we're still waiting for. I'm waiting for Arceus. There's plenty from the gens after that we're waiting for. I'm seeing Volcarona is missed. So yeah, hope you guys are looking forward to some Pokemon that are still to come and willing to give them some love. And we'll catch you guys next week on the next episode. Peace out, guys.
Keep purifying them and keep on adventuring. We'll see you guys next time.